All right, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the two-stroke turbo microcar channel. At least that's what we try to promote here. All different types of cars. You're probably used to that if you are a avid subscriber. What are we working on? What is this car? This is a BMW Isetta. This is a special one. It is a British built. And my parts have finally come in. And you can see this car sat during COVID. The brake fluid has just been running out of the wheel cylinders. This is a British built car, so it has two wheel cylinders that are blind, leading and trailing. A little different than most Isettas. And it's completely filled up the drum. I poured a little brake fluid in the master cylinder to see what was leaking, and sure enough, I mean, these don't have any miles on them, but they are just weeping like crazy. The good news is I have new wheel cylinder kits. Just came in, and also silent blocks. I don't know if you're familiar with what those are, but while I was diagnosing the brakes on this car a couple weeks ago, see this forked rod here that connects, well, it goes from the pitman arm and it connects to the spindle, and then there's a drag link. That's all the steering there is. I'm going to grab onto the back of the spindle here. Look how much play is in this. And that's massive. So there's a bunch of play in this one and the one over here. You can see that one move too. So these little guys are what are called silent blocks, and those are the bushings that are going to get pushed out of that fork and are replaced with these, and that should clean up and make the steering much better. So that little movement here, if I move it this much, translates to steering movement of about that much. So there's that much steering in the play. There should be about this much. So I would say that's probably, I don't know, 20, 30 degrees, when it should be more like 10, 15, 5, something. So we're gonna get working on this thing. I'm gonna pull the shoes off, get them soaking in brake cleaner, clean up the drums, pop some new seals in. I really hope the wheel cylinders aren't boogered up. If they are, well, there'll be another video. You can count on that. So let's get working and see if we can make this guy happy and make this car run again. All right, we're making some real good progress on our British Isetta. We got the shoes off, cleaned, the new wheel cylinders. Well, I should say the wheel cylinders looked good inside, except the last guy left a really coarse hone job, and I think that's why the cylinders were leaking. Seals didn't look that bad. Anyhow, it's got new seals in it. I re-honed, re-polished the wheel cylinders. Used my simple little cylinder hone, this guy right here, and then followed up with a polish with this 3M tool. Makes the insides of the wheel cylinders look like glass, very, very smooth. They were just really, I could stick my fingernail in there and I could feel the hone marks. So new seals, new dust boots, the shoes are cleaned up. I'm now working on it's called what's it called? Silent blocks. I've got the steering arm out on the floor, and I think I figured out why this thing steers so bad. So here's what's left of the silent block. It's supposed to look like this. But this one is just knackered. It's completely falling apart, and that was creating a lot of slop on the steering. I'm going to replace that end link there, and then also this one here in the spindle. And that should take care of the play. So let's get working on this thing. We're making some great progress. Okay, we've got our wonderful little blue bubble car back on the ground. Hubcaps on, lug nuts tightened, brakes bled, firm pedal, all put back together except for the engine cover. Steering is nice and tight now. I don't know if you remember, but that's what we got for steering. We had about like this. So we reduced it by quite a bit. New brakes. I should say new brakes that don't leak. It's been able to hold fluid. And oh, I gotta grab that phone. So the one thing that's left to do is to fire it up and see how she runs. Let's turn the gas on. Where's Where's our gas? There it is. I forget which is on and which is reserve. We're going to push it one way. We're going to turn the choke on and turn the key on. Make sure it's out of gear. It is. This one might not start. There we go. Nice firm pedal. She's running without the choke. That's awesome. Turned off. It is off all the way. Okay, let's get in this thing. This one has the axe handle e-brake. And that appears to work. It's on a little bit. Let's pull our door down. Hi. Oh, look, there's my friend. Back out of here. Let's try our brakes. Oh yeah, we got brakes. Let's try first gear. Doesn't want to run very well. Let's turn the choke on. Okay, first gear. I think I need to work on the brakes a little bit more. I'm not happy with that. Let's back up again. This is called yard driving. Yeah, brakes are not good enough. I think maybe because I had the e-brake on a little bit. I didn't get them bled like I thought, or adjusted right. We're going to work on it some more. Okay, so we got our little baby blue bubble back up on the lift. And bled the brakes again and adjust the brakes. I'm not super happy with the pedal. Could be this is just a British car and it's got 2 extra wheel cylinders versus the American. I don't know. But let's go drive it again and see what I think. I know I'm not going to be super happy. I was hoping for a higher pedal, but maybe these are effective. I got them bled. I got them adjusted as tight as I can go without locking up the wheels, and thought I had all the air out. I went through almost a gallon of fluid. Maybe there's a bubble someplace. Maybe there's a bubble in our bubble car. All right, so I'm out driving the little Isetta. The one thing I didn't count on was that I had cleaned all the drums, and there probably was some type of slippery surface on there. These are the best working brakes I have ever felt. The pedal doesn't feel super high, but oh my goodness, watch this. I mean, the nose goes down, your nose will go in the windshield, and it stops straight. Pretty fantastic. Watch this again. I mean, that's the best stopping Isetta I've ever driven. That's crazy. I'm so happy. It's gonna be great. Oh my goodness. Okay, check this out. The last one. I'm gonna jam the brakes on. Whoop, gotta find forward. I'm gonna leave skid marks. Oh, my stuff keeps falling off the seat. Those are the best feeling Isetta brakes I have ever felt. It feels like power brakes. The pedal doesn't feel super high or super firm. Oh my goodness, it stops straight and it puts the nose down like that. Make sure I might loosen them up a little bit because they're not very progressive. They're just like all or nothing. And my big old boots, my size 13 boots seem to be able to compress that pedal just fine. That's super fun though. I've never felt an Isetta with that good of brakes. Here I was poo-pooing it because it had the British brakes and the double wheel cylinders, but that might be the way to go. That's awesome. I'm very pleased. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Watch out, Stella. Get out of the way. We're going to do a brake test in the shop. Come on. Get into gear. Stella, move. You gotta move. Move. Come on. Watch out. Oh, those are awesome. You gotta move, girl. We're doing brake tests here in the Isetta. Oh, those are awesome. Best brakes ever.